Major coal plant has lost half its capacity, adding to the national electricity market's mounting crisis. Energy Australia confirmed its Yallourn power station, which provides 20% of Victoria's electricity, lost 2 of its 4 units. So trouble ahead for Victoria now, after we've already seen this situation emerge in Queensland and New South Wales in the past few days. It comes as market operators repeat warnings of potential blackouts in Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria, but also Tasmania and South Australia. Price caps are in place and power generators have been told to keep running even if it's not profitable. But the federal government is moving to reassure households that they won't be plunged into darkness.
Eastern Australia is in the grips of a power crisis.
It's a bit of a surprise, more than anything, I suppose.
Conserve power, I mean, it's unheard of, but then COVID was unheard of before it hit us too.
Urged to use what they need, but unplug where they can.
Anything which is superfluous, isn't necessary, think about switching it off.
As prices soar, the Australian Energy Market Operator, or AEMO, extended the wholesale price cap of $300 per megawatt hour to more states. South Australia, Victoria, joining Queensland and New South Wales.
There's no question that there is upward pressure on prices.
And to ensure there's enough supply, the market operator has used its power to tell companies to keep generators running, even if it's not profitable. It's warning of shortfalls, but the minister in charge says,
I do not believe it is a likely outcome at this point that there will be any requirement for load shedding or indeed, as I said, for blackouts.
Meanwhile, as the global gas squeeze shows no signs of easing, the federal government is still weighing up whether to reform or pull the so-called gas trigger, limiting exports.
So what we will do and are doing as a matter of urgency is a review and all things are on the table.
The West has avoided supply strains largely thanks to its domestic gas reserve. And while the other side of the country is leaning on fossil fuels to get through the winter, WA's Premier revealed its last 2 coal-fired power stations will close years earlier than expected.
The nature of technology is changing, which is making coal less and less viable.
Mark McGowan says the move will mean coal and power price spikes can be avoided. Andrea Crothers, Sky News, Canberra.